Breaking news from heaven. Seconds away from losing the divine reversal of bad luck. Who is plotting behind your back? Archangel Michael exposes them. Beloved, hear this breaking news from the throne room of heaven. The scrolls have been opened, and a divine announcement is being released into the earth. This message is not ordinary. It is not for every ear, nor is it for every heart. It is a secret alert reserved for the ones who have been handpicked, preserved, and chosen for such a time as this. If these words reach you, it is because heaven itself has summoned your attention. The Spirit declares with urgency, you are seconds away from either stepping fully into the divine reversal of bad luck or forfeiting it through carelessness, distraction, and disobedience. Do not take this lightly. The heavens are speaking in whispers that shake the earth, and you must remain still enough to hear them. In the silence, in the stillness, in the quiet obedience of your spirit, you will find your shield of protection. This is why distractions have multiplied around you, why noise has filled your atmosphere, why conflict has suddenly erupted in hidden corners of your life. The enemy knows your reversal is in motion. The adversary knows that what was once against you is now turning in your favor. But the heavens caution you. This reversal can be stolen, delayed, or disrupted if you fail to discern the urgency of this moment. Archangel Michael now steps forth, unsheathing the sword of divine truth. He comes not to flatter, not to soothe, but to expose and reveal. He comes to lift the veil on plots that have been whispered in secret, intentions hidden behind smiles, and snares carefully designed to make you stumble. Yet, if you will incline your ear, if you will anchor your heart in obedience, you will not miss what heaven has already prepared for you. The divine reversal of bad luck has already been decreed in your favor. It is written in your book. It is sealed by the blood. It is announced by the angels. But the heavens warn, take heed, for the moment is fragile, and obedience will determine if you step into it or lose it forever. Type I am chosen in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear this cry, O chosen one. Before the dawn breaks, before the sun rises again, the heavens will shift. The courts of heaven are convened, and a divine decree is echoing through the unseen realms. You are standing on the brink of revelation, standing on the edge of a moment that will not wait. Archangel Michael speaks, his voice like thunder and his sword like lightning, cutting through the webs of lies that have been spun around you. His call is urgent. Awaken, for the unseen is closer than you realize, and the unseen is already moving. Understand this. Not every heart can feel this urgency. Not every ear can hear this frequency. This broadcast is not of the earth, but of the heavens. It is not the voice of man, but the cry of the Spirit, summoning the chosen into awareness. The unchosen will hear nothing, will feel nothing, will dismiss this as noise. But you, beloved, you feel the stirring in your chest even now. You sense the weight of unseen eyes upon you. You recognize the shaking beneath your feet. For this moment is not casual. This is divine breaking news. The heavens have seen the shadows moving in secrecy. There are hands plotting in the dark, whispering behind walls, arranging snares where you cannot see. They smile at you in the daylight, yet their whispers are thick in the night. Their plans are subtle, their masks convincing, their intentions cloaked in false kindness. And yet, Archangel Michael unsheathes his sword of truth, declaring that nothing hidden shall remain hidden. For the sword of heaven cuts through deception, and the fire of God consumes the plans of the wicked. Before sunrise, things will be exposed. Before dawn, alignments will shift. Before the new day breaks, the heavens themselves will rearrange what men thought they controlled. You must be alert, for this is not human knowledge. This is a heavenly dispatch sent directly to your spirit. The Lord has sent his messenger to remind you, you are not alone in this fight. The battle is raging, but the armies of heaven have been assigned. Michael and his legion stand watch over your path, encircling your destiny, shielding the reversal that heaven has set in motion. But hear this with trembling. Your obedience determines your safety. Do not let your tongue betray you. Do not let your anger provoke you. Do not let your fear drive you. The command from the throne is clear. Stillness, silence, surrender. For only in stillness will the sword protect you. Only in silence will the schemes collapse without touching you. Only in surrender will heaven's armies intervene on your behalf. Beloved, this is not a time for doubt. This is not a time for distraction. This is not a time to second-guess the call. Heaven is speaking, and Michael is declaring. Watch, listen, obey. The countdown is already in motion, and the divine reversal of bad luck is seconds away from manifesting. The one who takes this lightly will stumble, but the one who receives this word with faith and stillness will walk into a breakthrough no enemy can cancel. Type Amen in the comments to seal your protection. Blessing code 1414 is released upon you now. Listen carefully, beloved. The Spirit of God reveals that the enemy's weapon in this hour is not always open warfare, but subtle betrayal. Those who clap for you in the open may curse you in the shadows. Those who stretch their hands toward you in friendship may sharpen their tongues against you when your back is turned. This is the mystery of the present moment. You are surrounded by smiles that do not match the heart, by conversations that shift the moment you leave the room. They know fragments of your story, but not the whole truth heaven has sealed over you. They think they understand your journey, but the secret of your anointing has never been entrusted to them. They gossip about what they cannot grasp, and they speculate about what heaven has hidden. That is why the atmosphere has felt heavy, why unease has crept into your nights, why your spirit has been restless though nothing seems visible in the natural. It is because betrayal is being plotted in silence, even as false kindness surrounds you in the light. Archangel Michael declares, "Do not be deceived by their laughter, for behind their words lie daggers. Do not be distracted by their support, for their loyalty is thin as mist before the morning sun." I expose this not to make you fearful, but to make you alert. Heaven does not reveal to entertain suspicion, but to preserve the chosen. This is why confusion has been thick around you. You wonder, who is truly for me? Who carries my name with honor, and who speaks against me in secret? Your discernment has been stretched because heaven wants you to lean not on what you see, not on what you hear, but on what the Spirit whispers in the stillness. The betrayer hides among the familiar. The plotter sits close to the table. The hand raised to applaud may also be the hand raised to strike. Yet heaven says, "Be still." For what is whispered in secret will soon be shouted from the rooftops. The emotional unrest you feel is not weakness. It is your spirit detecting turbulence in the unseen. You are not paranoid. You are not imagining things. Heaven is stirring your inner man because danger is circling. Someone is watching, waiting, pretending, while hoping for your downfall. But take heart, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Their whispers are loud in the night, but the roar of heaven is louder still. Do not retaliate in suspicion. Do not waste energy confronting shadows. Do not break your silence too quickly, for silence is your strength in this season. Let the betrayer think you are blind. Let the deceiver assume you are unaware. For while they plot, heaven plots against them. While they scheme, heaven is building their collapse. Your stillness confuses them, your silence frustrates them, and your obedience will destroy their plans without you lifting a finger. So hear this warning with soberness. There is a plot behind your back, but heaven has already entered the room where it was whispered. Every word was recorded. Every action was seen. Every false smile was noted. Archangel Michael stands as witness, and the sword of heaven is already drawn. You need only stay aligned, stay still, and stay obedient. For the divine reversal of bad luck must not be interrupted by misplaced trust or foolish confrontation. Type "I'm anointed" in the comments to seal your protection. Blessing code 777 is surrounding you now. Beloved, as this word is stirring your spirit, understand this. The message you just received is not entertainment. It is a lifeline. Every time we release heaven's word, souls are awakened, chains are broken, and destinies are realigned. When you sow into this mission, you are not giving to a channel. You are releasing a light into the darkest places. The word says, "He who sows generously will also reap generously." And today, that word is alive for you. I invite you now. I am speaking directly to you. Step into this moment and plant your seed into this river of revelation. As you do, may your giving be like fire upon the altar, unlocking open heavens over your life. You can send your super thanks, join the membership, or sow directly through PayPal. The link is in the video description. Act in obedience and watch heaven honor your sacrifice. Hear me, beloved. The conflict you face right now is not an accident. The betrayal circling your life is not random. The attacks that rise from hidden places are not coincidence. Heaven has permitted them for a reason, for even in the schemes of darkness, the sovereignty of God reigns. This conflict is not the destruction of your destiny. It is the proof of it. Every arrow that flies toward you testifies of your anointing. Every whisper spoken against you is evidence that you carry something too precious for the enemy to ignore. Do you not see? If you were empty, if you carried no oil, if your name carried no weight in the spirit, then no one would waste time plotting against you. But because you are chosen, because you are marked, because you have been sealed with a calling, you have become a target. Hell fears what heaven has written over your life. The adversary trembles at the reversal of bad luck now unfolding in your favor. And so the test has been permitted, not to crush you, but to refine you. Archangel Michael declares, "This betrayal is a furnace, and you are the gold. This trial is a storm, and you are the eagle. This warfare is not proof that you are abandoned, but proof that you are appointed. Do not misinterpret your tears as weakness. Do not mistake your confusion as failure. Every reaction in this hour must be spiritual. To lash out in the flesh is to feed the fire of your enemies. To remain silent is to wage the warfare of heaven. Silence is not passivity. Silence is a sword. Silence is a shield. Silence is obedience. Heaven watches even now. The great cloud of witnesses sees your every step. The angels record your every word. Do not think your endurance goes unnoticed. Do not think your pain is unseen. The one who sits on the throne is not blind to your suffering. Every moment you chose silence instead of retaliation was written as victory. Every time you wept in secret instead of fighting in public, the heavens recorded it as obedience. Every tear is ink. Every sigh is a prayer. Every restraint is a weapon. Beloved, heaven is not testing you to break you. Heaven is testing you to reveal you. The conflict is not about your enemies. It is about your readiness. It is about your capacity to stand in stillness when storms rage. It is about your ability to trust the unseen hand of God when the visible world shakes. The betrayal you face is a stage on which heaven is proving your resilience, your endurance, and your obedience. So do not curse the test. Do not despise the season. For the very pain that you feel is the evidence that you are on heaven's radar. The betrayal is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of your worth. The whispering of your enemies is the confirmation of your calling. The silence you are commanded to keep is not defeat. It is divine strategy. And when you choose obedience, you are waging a war no plotter can withstand. Heaven declares, "Stand still, chosen one." The conflict is framed by our hand. The betrayal is under our surveillance. The test is within our measure. You will not be swallowed by this storm, for the storm itself is a witness that you are destined to rise higher. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2244 is covering you now. Beloved, lean in closer, for heaven is sounding an alarm. The Spirit reveals that the whispers are no longer idle. The shadows that moved silently are now converging with intention. A storm is swelling, and the enemy is pressing forward with boldness. This is no longer imagination, no longer speculation, no longer suspicion. Within 72 hours, the plan of your adversaries will move closer to you. The hidden schemes will take shape, and what was once just a thought in the dark will begin to manifest in the light. Hear me clearly. This is a warning from heaven, not to frighten you, but to position you. Archangel Michael has stepped forward with a fiery decree, unsheathing his sword to guard the chosen. But he does not withhold the truth of what approaches. He says, "Be sober, be vigilant, for the adversary prowls, seeking to devour what heaven has promised you. Yet fear not, for the armies of heaven stand ready to intervene. Do you feel the tension in your spirit? That unease is not random. It is the vibration of the unseen, the rippling of events being stirred against you. The gossiper is preparing to speak more boldly. The plotter is moving from words into actions. The adversary is waiting for a moment of weakness, a lapse in your silence, a crack in your stillness, to seize an opportunity. They believe your guard is down. They believe their timing is right. But heaven declares they are already too late. Beloved, heaven does not speak in vain. If the warning has come, it is because a trap is near. If the trumpet has sounded, it is because a snare has been set. The 72-hour window is critical, for this is when the enemy will test your endurance most severely. They will provoke you. They will push you. They will try to entice you into breaking your silence. But do not react. Do not answer. Do not allow their actions to disturb your stillness. For your silence will disarm them, and your obedience will reverse their schemes. Archangel Michael declares, the betrayer has lifted their hand, but heaven has already weighed their heart. The manipulator is arranging their net, but heaven has already written their downfall. The enemy thinks the storm will drown you, but the storm is only proof that breakthrough is near. Listen, beloved, before a birth there is travail. Before a dawn there is the darkest hour. Before a breakthrough there is pressure that feels unbearable. You are now in that threshold moment. The enemy has sensed your reversal, and they are rushing to strike before it manifests. Yet heaven says, their rushing only ensures their ruin. This is not the time to fear. This is the time to anchor yourself. The pressure is proof of the promise. The storm is the announcement that the shift is near. Hold your peace. Keep your silence. Do not let anger lead you, and do not let fear move you. Heaven has sounded the warning so you may stand still, clothed in faith, shielded by obedience, and covered by the armies of God. Beloved, take heed. The storm swells, the whispers grow, the betrayer sharpens their tongue, but the hand of God is stronger, the sword of Michael is sharper, and the decree of heaven cannot be undone. Within 72 hours, heaven will reveal what man tried to hide, and the storm itself will testify that you were never alone. Type "My enemies are defeated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Code 3553 is now surrounding you. Beloved, listen carefully. Heaven does not release warnings without also releasing guidance. The word of the Lord comes now as a shield, as a lamp, as a covering over your steps. The danger is real, but so is the protection. The betrayal is rising, but so is the watch of the angels. The storm may roar, but so does the voice of God. And the divine command for you in this hour is simple yet powerful. Be still. Do not react. Do not give fuel to the fire. Your silence is your shield. Archangel Michael declares, the greatest weapon you hold in this season is not your tongue, but your stillness. The adversary longs for your reaction. The betrayer waits for your outburst. The plotter feeds on your response. But if you remain silent, their schemes collapse under the weight of their own lies. Your silence will confuse them. Your stillness will frustrate them. Your refusal to be provoked will leave them exposed, because they expected to trap you with words, but they cannot bind what heaven commands to be still. Beloved, silence is not weakness. Silence is not surrender to your enemies. Silence is divine strategy. Silence is obedience to heaven's counsel. The one who speaks too quickly loses the battle. The one who waits on the Lord inherits the victory. Do not let your emotions betray you. Do not let your anger drive you. Do not let fear speak for you. Guard your spirit as you would guard a sacred treasure, for heaven is already fighting the war you cannot see. Even now, Archangel Michael and his legions are stationed around you. They circle you like fire. They stand guard like an army at the gates of your destiny. They are cutting through nets, breaking chains, scattering whispers, and silencing every tongue that has risen against you. You may not see it with your eyes, but in the unseen realm, there is movement. In the night hours while you sleep, angels contend on your behalf. In the silence of your prayers, the heavens record your endurance as victory. So I say again, do not fear. Pray instead. Watch in stillness. Let your strength be hidden in obedience. The Lord himself has declared that vengeance is his, not yours. And vengeance is already unfolding in the Spirit. What was meant to harm you will turn to dust before it reaches your hands. What was designed to entrap you will collapse under its own weight. What was set to delay you will only propel you further, because heaven fights differently than man. Heaven fights with silence, with patience, with fire unseen by mortal eyes. Beloved, the divine reversal of bad luck is already underway. This is why the enemy is restless. This is why the betrayer plots more urgently. This is why the atmosphere feels heavy. The reversal cannot be stopped, but it can be delayed by disobedience. This is why heaven urges you, hold your peace, hold your tongue, and hold your position. Do not break rank. Do not abandon stillness. For the moment you obey, heaven secures the victory. Hear this now. Your silence is not the absence of power, it is the fullness of power under command. Your silence is not defeat, it is divine warfare. When you remain still, you release the angels to move freely on your behalf. And when you obey this command, nothing, not betrayal, not manipulation, not gossip, not schemes, will be able to touch what God has sealed for you. Type "I will be still" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Ode 8181 is now activated around you. Beloved, hear me now. You are not who they think you are anymore. The one they whispered about, the one they plotted against, the one they thought was fragile and broken, that version of you has already been buried. Heaven has declared a shift, and it begins within you. You are not a victim of their schemes. You are the evidence of God's power in motion. You are not the weak one they expected to destroy. You are the fire that cannot be quenched, the eagle that cannot be caged, the anointed one who rises higher every time they push you down. Archangel Michael proclaims, do not look at yourself through the eyes of your betrayers. Do not measure yourself by their words, their judgments, or their plots. For you are marked by heaven, not by men. You are defined by the scrolls of eternity, not the whispers of mortals. You are seated in heavenly places, clothed in authority and covered in fire. This is why you cannot remain bowed down in fear. This is why you must rise into your true form. The fire of transformation is already in your spirit. Every trial has been fuel. Every betrayal has been oil. Every tear has watered the seed of your destiny. What was meant to break you has built you. What was meant to silence you has sharpened you. What was meant to strip you has crowned you. This is not the end of your story. This is the unveiling of your true identity. Beloved, you must now see yourself as heaven sees you, unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable. The same fire that fell on prophets of old is burning in your bones. The same strength that carried Joseph from the pit to the palace is carrying you. The same favor that elevated Esther in the presence of kings is upon your life. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to spread your wings, to rise above the storm, and to soar where your enemies cannot follow. Do you not feel it? The shift in your spirit, the stirring of boldness, the awakening of courage, the sound of chains snapping in the unseen. Heaven says, you are more than they said, more than they thought, more than they could ever imagine. You are chosen, and chosen ones are never defined by betrayal. They are defined by destiny. So take your eyes off the whispers. Take your mind off the gossip. Take your focus off the betrayal. The enemy wanted you distracted, but heaven wants you empowered. The reversal of bad luck is not about merely escaping defeat. It is about stepping into dominion. You are moving from survival into strength, from silence into sovereignty, from pain into power. Your identity is shifting. Your posture is shifting. Your authority is shifting. Beloved, your enemies thought they were burying you, but they were planting you. They thought they were silencing you, but they were positioning you. They thought they were ending you, but they were ushering you into a new chapter written by the hand of God. Rise now, not as the wounded, but as the warrior. Rise not as the broken, but as the builder. Rise not as the victim, but as the victor. For heaven declares, the fire in you is greater than the storm around you. Type I am unstoppable in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9292 is now resting upon you. Beloved, hear this revelation from heaven. The Spirit declares that the attack you are facing, the betrayal rising against you, the whispers that circle your name, these are not punishments. They are distractions. The enemy knows what heaven has decreed over your life, and the schemes sent against you are designed to shift your focus, to steal your peace, to divert your eyes from the reversal of bad luck already in motion. If you had not been chosen for breakthrough, you would not have been targeted for distraction. Archangel Michael speaks with fire. This is not the enemy's final strike. It is their last attempt to derail your reversal. The divine records already show that what once chained you in cycles of defeat is breaking. The spiritual curse of misfortune, the endless setbacks, the missed opportunities, heaven has declared them reverse. But understand this mystery. Prophecy must be protected. Heaven writes the decree, but you must carry it with obedience. And the betrayal, the gossip, the sudden turbulence are not signs of failure. They are signs that the enemy is trying desperately to rob you of what has already been secured. Beloved, do not misinterpret this season. The storm is not against your life. It is against your breakthrough. The attacks are not against your person. They are against your prophecy. The enemy is terrified of what you are stepping into, because when the reversal of bad luck manifests, you will move into favor, opportunity, and divine recognition that no man can shut down. Heaven says, this battle is about your inheritance. This pressure is about your promise. This warfare is about your record in the divine books. You have been chosen to carry blessings, promotions, and open doors that generations before you could not walk through. Your name has been called in the courts of heaven. The scrolls testify in your favor. Every lie spoken against you cannot erase what God has already written. The betrayal cannot touch your inheritance. The gossip cannot alter your record. The manipulation cannot undo what was sealed with divine authority. Do you see it now? The attack is preparation, not punishment. The pressure is refining, not rejection. The betrayal is a test, not an ending. Heaven is training your spirit to carry what you are about to inherit. For if you can endure this storm without losing faith, if you can walk through this betrayal without breaking obedience, then nothing in the future will be able to steal your crown. The divine reversal of bad luck is your inheritance. It is written. It is sealed. It is unfolding even now. But the Spirit warns, stay alert, stay obedient, stay still. Protect your prophecy as you would guard your most sacred treasure. For the enemy's noise is only proof that the gates of blessing are opening wider than ever before. Beloved, heaven knows your name. Heaven records your tears. Heaven announces your breakthrough. You are stepping into the place your enemies swore you would never reach, and they will watch as favor surrounds you like a mantle. Type "My inheritance is secured" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1001 is now covering you. Beloved, do you see it now? This prophetic word is more than a message. It is a weapon, a shield, a light cutting through the darkness that seeks to distract you. When you sow into this mission, you are not funding a platform. You are fueling a movement of deliverance for countless souls who need the same revelation you just received. The word says, "Give, and it shall be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over." That promise is alive in this very moment. I invite you now, yes, you, to step into obedience and let your giving become a prophetic act. As you release, so shall heaven release over you. You can join through membership, blessed through super thanks, or sow directly through PayPal. The link is in the video description. Do not delay, for your seed carries the sound of your faith, and heaven responds to that sound. Beloved, the time has come for your destiny to be activated. Heaven has carried you through storms, refined you through betrayal, tested you in silence, and now calls you into a bold agreement with what has been written about your life. Destiny does not unfold by accident. It responds to alignment. It awakens when your spirit says yes to heaven's decree. Archangel Michael speaks with authority. Your inheritance has already been decreed, but your agreement must unlock it in the earth. Hear me clearly. Your destiny is not waiting for approval from man. It does not depend on the permission of your enemies, nor does it rest in the hands of those who whisper against you. Your destiny is anchored in the throne of God, and heaven is waiting for your agreement. The Spirit declares, heaven waits for your yes. Every prophecy, every promise, every reversal that has been declared must be activated through your obedience and your declaration. Beloved, you cannot shrink back now. You cannot hesitate when the heavens are roaring over your name. This is the moment to step forward boldly. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let betrayal paralyze you. Do not let confusion rob you of clarity. Your words carry power, your declarations carry weight, and your obedience releases angelic movement on your behalf. When you align your tongue with heaven, doors open that no man can shut. When you align your heart with God's will, chains break that no enemy can repair. Archangel Michael reminds you, you are not being invited into survival. You are being summoned into destiny. This means no more thinking small. No more walking in circles of defeat. No more living as though you are cursed. The reversal of bad luck has already shifted the atmosphere over your life. Now you must rise into purpose. You must stand in the fullness of your calling. You must walk in the identity heaven already declared for you. Say it with boldness. I am chosen. I am anointed. I am unstoppable. These are not empty words. They are keys. They unlock what the enemy tried to seal. They activate what betrayal tried to delay. They awaken what silence preserved for this very moment. Beloved, destiny is not just something you step into. It is something you activate by faith, by obedience, by alignment. And hear this mystery. When you say yes to heaven, heaven says yes to you. When you declare obedience, angels are released to work in your favor. When you walk in alignment, doors that were locked swing wide open. The unseen realm responds to your words, to your posture, to your willingness to stand boldly as one marked by God. This is your season to rise. No longer hiding, no longer shrinking, no longer doubting. Heaven has declared your reversal, and now heaven declares your activation. You are stepping out of the shadows into visibility. You are moving from waiting into walking. You are crossing from preparation into manifestation. The time is now, and the command is clear. Agree with heaven, and destiny will unfold before your very eyes. Type "Yes, Lord" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5151 is now released over your life. Beloved, open your spirit now, for heaven pulls back the curtain to reveal the mystery of what has been happening in the unseen. You have felt restless. You have cried in silence. You have sensed turbulence in your spirit that you could not explain. And the Lord reveals the reason. While you were silent, while you were praying, while you were weeping, an exchange was taking place in the spirit realm. Archangel Michael declares, the betrayer thought they stole something from you. The adversary thought they delayed you. The enemy thought they stripped you of opportunity. But what they stole has been placed in heaven's courtroom, and the great judge has ordered it to be returned. There is a silent negotiation in the heavenly places, a divine transaction where what was lost is being restored. What was delayed is being accelerated. What was withheld is being released in greater measure. Do you not see it? The unease in your spirit was not fear. It was your soul detecting the movement of angels. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was the weight of blessings being repositioned into your hands. The nights of sleeplessness, the sudden moments of tears, the heaviness in your chest, they were not random. Your spirit was sensing the holy exchange. For while you slept, heaven spoke. While you wept, angels recorded. While you stayed silent, the armies of God were working in your favor. Beloved, nothing has been lost. Every delay, every setback, every disappointment has been placed on heaven's scales, and the verdict has been given: restoration. What the enemy whispered would never return is already on its way back to you. The divine reversal of bad luck has not just begun. It is accelerating in this very moment. What was taken unjustly is being returned with interest. What was broken is being rebuilt with glory. What was withheld is being unlocked, and the keys are being placed in your hands. The Spirit declares, your tears have been currency. Your silence has been warfare. Your obedience has been testimony. And in exchange, heaven is releasing peace, favor, and restoration that no man can cancel. You'll not be deceived by appearances. Even now, while nothing seems visible in the natural, the invisible is overflowing with activity. The exchange is already happening. The records are being rewritten in your favor. The blessings that looked buried are being resurrected. Beloved, this is why the betrayer will soon grow frustrated. This is why the manipulator will soon fail. They thought their whispers could alter your destiny, but heaven has already secured the trade. What they meant for evil has been intercepted, transformed, and returned as good. Their schemes became the fuel for your restoration. Their betrayal became the seed for your increase. Their plotting became the testimony of your protection. So hold your peace and steady your heart. The exchange is not a rumor. It is reality. Your spirit already senses it, and soon your eyes will see it. The reversal of bad luck is no longer just a promise. It is a living decree moving through the spirit realm, transferring what was once lost back into your possession. Type "Restore Me, Lord" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now flowing into your life. Beloved, hear this decree from the throne of heaven. The betrayer's schemes are collapsing even as you hear these words. The very net they wove in secrecy is now tangled around their own feet. The pit they dug for you has become their own grave of frustration. The whispers they spoke behind your back are now echoing against them, louder than they ever expected. For the Lord is a God of justice, and his balance never fails. What they sent against you is now returning to them tenfold. Archangel Michael proclaims, the scales have been weighed, the verdict has been given, and the chosen are vindicated. Do not be deceived by the silence of your enemies, for their silence is not peace. Their silence is fear, because heaven has already confronted them. The very plots they thought would ruin you have been intercepted. The very curses they thought would bind you have been shattered. The very lies they thought would spread have lost their power. dissolving in the fire of divine justice. Beloved, spiritual justice is not delayed. It is already in motion. Even now, angels are executing the decree of heaven. You may not see the collapse immediately with your eyes, but know this. In the spirit, the reversal has already happened. The curse is broken. The chain is snapped. The yoke is lifted. The dark cloud of bad luck that hung over your life is gone, replaced by a mantle of favor and divine recognition. The Spirit declares, every season of failure is reversed. Every cycle of disappointment is undone. Every door that refused to open will now swing wide. This is not by your strength, but by the justice of the Almighty. The enemy thought your silence was weakness, but heaven calls it obedience. They mistook your tears for defeat, but heaven counted them as evidence. And now the reward of the faithful is being released: restoration, elevation, and vindication. Beloved, the divine reversal is your inheritance. Where they mocked you, honor will come. Where they rejected you, favor will embrace you. Where they hoped for your downfall, you will rise in plain sight. They will witness the hand of God upon you, and they will know that no weapon formed against you could prosper. Your enemies will be left in confusion, not understanding how the same storm that was supposed to drown you became the very wave that lifted you higher. This is the season of turnaround. The more they pressed, the stronger you became. The more they cursed, the more heaven blessed. The more they plotted, the more angels encircled you. Now the divine reversal is sealed, and nothing can undo it. You have moved from misfortune into favor, from setbacks into acceleration, from betrayal into elevation. The Lord has turned the story, and it is permanent. So do not fear the schemers, beloved. Do not worry about the manipulators. Justice has already answered on your behalf. Their hands are empty, their words are powerless, and their plots are dust. You stand under open heavens, surrounded by the blessing of reversal, covered by the fire of protection, and lifted into destiny by the hand of God. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4747 is now active in your atmosphere. Beloved, take this word into your spirit as a seal over all that has been spoken. The betrayal has been exposed. The warnings have been given. The instructions have been delivered. And now the divine reversal of bad luck is secured in your life. The storm you faced was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prove you. The whispers spoken in darkness could not touch the destiny written in light. The plots against you were only stepping stones into the place heaven already reserved for you. The Spirit of God declares, you are sealed, you are seen, you are sent. Nothing that was spoken against you can alter the divine decree written over your name. No curse, no betrayal, no falsehood can erase what has been sealed by the blood of the Lamb. You are chosen, and you are rising. You are protected, and you are advancing. You are blessed, and you are walking into favor that no hand can stop. Archangel Michael closes this message with authority. Walk with courage, beloved. Walk with peace. Walk with the assurance that heaven is fighting for you. Do not look back at the shadows. Look forward into the light. Do not dwell on betrayal. Dwell on destiny. Do not carry the pain of what was lost. Rejoice in the promise of what is restored. You are not leaving the season empty. You are leaving it crowned, covered, and clothed in victory. Let this final affirmation rest upon you. You are protected by heaven. You are covered by the blood. You are empowered by destiny. And you are unstoppable in your purpose. Nothing can touch what God has sealed. Nothing can delay what heaven has decreed. Nothing can silence the one whom the Lord has chosen. Walk boldly now, for the divine reversal is complete and your new chapter begins. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this blessing. Code 8888 is now overflowing in your life. Beloved, as this final blessing rests upon you, I invite you to stand with us in carrying this light further. Every word you have just heard was not merely for you. It was a trumpet blast for countless souls still trapped in the shadows of despair. By sowing into this mission, you release the oil that keeps this fire burning. The Lord says, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed," and that promise is alive for you today. I speak directly to you now. Let your giving be more than a gift. Let it be a prophetic act that seals your reversal and carries it into the lives of others. You may release your super thanks, join through membership, or sow directly into the river of this word through PayPal. The link is in the video description. As you obey, may heaven's floodgates open over you with unstoppable favor.